Folks, welcome back to another episode of Skyrim Too Many Mods. I remain, as always, Painnneck. We had a slight run-in with the Dawn Guard on our way back here, but we arrived safely, thanks in large part to Serana and the good old trusty flame spell. It's getting really sad that I'm still relying on that thing at almost level 20, but, you know, if it works, why change? Blackreach. Blackreach is dangerous. I'm going to be relying on my crossbow a lot down here, I think. Of course, it's dark enough I'm not going to be able to see half the enemies. But that's alright. It's gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful down here. Whoa! Hey, look! I found an edge. Walked right off it. Hello, you.
Where'd you come from?
He's wondering the same thing about me. He's very confused. He's... Oh. Seeing that makes you wonder how I was damaging him in the first place. Thunk! Just bounced right off. Darian's Field Laboratory. This is one of the places you can start off in alternate start, live another life. Very problematic because, well, as you saw, he's right outside. And at level 1, that guy's a little bit deadly. Or a lot deadly, depending upon how you look at it. Of course, I never noticed that flank. Oh, of course, that Painnneck scroll probably isn't the same one at level 1. So that would probably be why I've never noticed it before. Spell tome plus reward. Well, at least that was one. Something that was new. Gold necklace, necklace of resist fire. What do I have on currently for necklace? Increase magic by 10. Down here, that's probably worth more. Apparently, I'm guessing, yep, that was Sindarian. Looks like he fell ill of that guy too, which would be why I was sitting outside. It was waiting for him. They're relentless. Absolutely relentless. Darn automatons. What does his field journal have to say? Started a return to your roots. I've spent a large portion of my life unraveling the mystery of the Nirnroot, and yet I still feel unfulfilled. The trilling sound this strange herb emits seems to taunt me, to push me even harder to discover its secrets. Even after a generous and indomitable traveler became a field collector in my stead, that sounds like Oblivion, and provided me with 5 score of the Nirnroot, I was only able to muster what I consider a mediocre alchemical creation at best. This only served to strengthen my hunger and whet my appetite for the solution. It wasn't until over 50 years later that the answer to my prayers was carried into my basement workshop at the Westweald Inn. The first thing I heard was the familiar tone, that unmistakable warble unique to the Nirnroot. But when I turned around, my heart leapt and a chill ran down my spine. This was indeed a Nirnroot, but of a variety the likes of which I have never seen. The herb was awash in a spectacular array of red hues, each leaf seemingly emblazoned with innumerable variations of crimson. I couldn't move. I was completely transfixed. Never in my wildest dreams could I have imagined a species of Nirnroot with such a unique property. After an awkward silence, I finally managed to stammer out a few questions to the traveler who'd brought me this treasure. He told me his name was Obeth Arnisian, a treasure seeker from Skyrim. Apparently he'd been exploring a vast subterranean network of grand caves called Blackreach, and had stumbled across what he dismissed as a noisy red weed. His expedition was largely unsuccessful, and he didn't want to leave the caves empty-handed, so Obeth picked one of the Crimson Nirnroot to bring home. He said that it took some time, but eventually he was pointed my way, and that perhaps I'd pay a fair price for it. Before I could gather my wits and ask anything else, Obeth offered to sell me the Crimson Nirnroot sample, a map showing me how to find Blackreach and the strange key needed to breach its outer defenses. It took me mere moments to decide. Obith left Skincrad 1,000 septims richer, but I would have easily paid 10 times that amount to obtain the sample alone. It took a year of planning, but I was able to pack up and sell my workshop and make my way into Skyrim. Before delving headfirst into Blackreach, I knew I needed to set up a new laboratory, but wished to do so in seclusion. After making inquiries at the College of Winterhold, of which I was an honorary member, I was directed to speak to Avrusa Sarthi, a student of botanical alchemy who had a small farm near the city of Riften. By bartering my knowledge of nernroot cultivation, I was able to secure Serethi Farm as a launching point for my field research. I kept the knowledge of the Crimson Nernroot a secret from Avrusa, but imparted everything else I knew to her in exchange for her hospitality. A few months passed, but I was finally ready to enter Blackreach. I used the runed lexicon that Obeth had provided and ascended into the depths. My goal was to gather enough Crimson Nernroot to produce my greatest alchemical creation to date. I was certain it would take at least 30 of them to provide the necessary catalyst. This brings me to the present. My initial research seems to indicate that the Crimson Nernroot has a similar affinity for moisture as the garden variety, but also maintains some sort of symbiotic relationship with the enormous fungi that inhabits Blackreach. It's my guess that the fungi itself is a source of water, absorbing it from the moist subterranean air like a sponge. This provides the ideal environment for the Nernroot to grow. Unfortunately, the Crimson Nernroot appears to have a vastly shortened lifespan, and they are no way plentiful down here. Gathering 30 of them will be quite the challenge, but hopefully the denizens of Blackreach will allow me to gather my samples unhindered. Poor fellow. It would appear, judging by his arrow-stuffed corpse, his wishes were not granted. I am, however, tempted to partake in this endeavor in his stead. I'm not sure I will. It could take quite some time. He did have quite a laboratory set up here. Okay. It's a shame we can't replant the red nernroot. Actually, I may have a mod that allows me to, in hindsight. Quests. Return to your roots. Time to go exploring. Carefully with the plates. Carefully, Bilbo begged. It is not like you to open the door like a popcorn, then leave friends waiting on the mat. Allow me to introduce to you Bifur, Bofur, Bumber, and especially Thorin. Darn. I do not like you, Charles. I do not like you at all. Like the farmer that's behind you.
I'm not gonna die like this.
Don't accidentally wake him up. Oh, got one up there. I can't see. There is no good way. Ouch. That's where you want to play this game? That's the way we'll play this game. I'm up for a bit of a challenge if you push me. Don't think I'm not. I'm not getting up that way. Wow. That looks cool. Has that always been there? Side trip. I'm letting myself get distracted. I've never seen that before. Or if I have, it looked different. Okay, this seems familiar. Naked people, or mostly naked people wandering around, enthralled by something.
Where'd you come from? That'll teach you. Who's there? That'll teach you.
So I have been here before, it just looks different. I don't remember, though, why there's all these people running around. Ooh, Crimson Nugget.
Who's there? Where'd you come from?
Moved.
Who's there? I knew I heard something.
Changing direction on me. Not very fair. That's alright. Glimmer coin falmer ear. We always like falmer ears. Good alchemy ingredient. That you ugly bugger. Got a fishy. Fishies are good. I still remember nothing about this place or why it is. Rumination. We can always come back. I don't want to get too distracted. We're down here for a reason. Not that I can remember what it is. Oh yes, the Elder Scroll. I'm guessing that's a nerd route. It is. And that bridge is probably my destination. We've got a bit of a floating rock problem here. Not entirely sure what's causing it. So pretty down here. Open door. Tower of Zod. That's what I forgot still. Ibuprofen. Okay, folks, we have arrived at the tower. Looks deserted. Also looks very much like the, very similar to the home you can buy in Markarth. Nope, did not want to take that. Oh well. I'll just put it in the chest once I've unlocked it. I'm hoping it would be under here. Yep. There you go. I like it when the loot is all rings and stuff like that. Lots of money, very little weight. What more could a person ask for? Yay, smithing up. Not that I'm going to be doing a lot of smithing just yet, but eventually... Whoa. That thing looks huge when you open that door. Eventually I'm going to need to make myself some Deandric armor. Good news is, now that I'm here, what that machine just did. Is there an easier way out? There is. Thank goodness. Oh, what have we got here? Journal of Drocht. I weren't never one for writing about my life. The king priests of old deserve their stories told, but Drocht is a simple man. So this isn't no journal, and I'm not telling any stories here, but this infernal machine done worked its way into my brain space, and I won't leave till it's figured out. The whole contraption just sits like a dead horker if it doesn't have the box. Putting the box in the hole made it all come to life. 5 rings, but only 4 buttons. Most of them don't work, most of the time anyhow. When the lights line up more open, but they don't seem to help. Just make another damn thing move. The old fleabag Khajiit what sold me this cube said something about the light through the knowledge, though the mechanism rests on the cube. I remember because he made me say it back at him till I wanted to throttle him, so I did. Tried to leave, but wolves to the top and them eyeless freaks outside the tower. Gotta stay here till I get it right. And I will get it right. Looks like you failed. Just an observation. Okay, we're done in Blackreach for the time being. We can always come back later. Nice little camp. Chest. Another chest. Empty. Nothing of any real value here. Okay. All the way. I don't really want to go to Septimus. It looks like at the moment I have little choice. Bring the Elder Scrolls to Dexil. Looks like my little carriage is the closest good travel source. I don't know where the angry thing I'm hearing is, but he was right under me. Wow. Hello, buddy. Did they kill your mammoth? It wasn't me, I promise. What a person in a bit of a panic when they hear a giant murdering things or nearby and can't find it. When is it invisible? Is it going to get me? Whew. Pretty sure a giant would one-hit kill me right about now. Death from massive damage is not what I enjoy. Call me crazy, it's just not my thing. Boy, we're a long way away. If Dawnstar had a stable, heck, Whiterun almost would have been easier. Wow. Okay, folks, this journey is probably not going to be all that entertaining, unless I get more scares like that. Since I've got a good ways to run, very good ways to run, I'm going to let you folks go. We will continue this video later. Oh, daytime. So until then, good night and good luck.